Hey everyone, how you doing today? As promised in the daily financial news this morning, May 5th, we have the wonderful Anna Kelly with me. How you doing, Anna?
I'm doing great. It's so good to be with you today.
Awesome. And something I teased in the daily financial news is you are going to go through my choices spreadsheet, something that I actually created based on a conversation you and I had after our recordings last week and talking about your oldest kids and that experience with the high school seniors. That ate at me for a little bit. I'm like, we've got to do something. We've got to help people realize that life choices in the moment really are important parts of this. So you and I are going to go through a spreadsheet I call choices. Are you ready?
I'm ready, and I'm so excited that I was able to inspire you to do something. That's
Absolutely.
exciting. I love this. I love that we do this every week because it helps the listeners, but it also we each have such different perspectives on certain things,
Yeah.
and we can all learn from each other. No matter how long we've been in real estate, like there's always something to learn. It's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. And yes, I've been learning from you since our first video. So
Thanks,
I
Michael.
yeah, it's a big part of my Wednesday. So thank you. So let me bring this up because this is going to be fun. You have no idea what you signed up for.
I was just thinking that.
So let me set this one tab out. We're going to go through 10 of these, but we'll only do this one in detail. So when I thought about our conversation last week, your kids, the high school seniors, I was like, they don't really realize that they're about to enter life where they're going to have choices. And what we're going to go through here, Anna, and you can just use round numbers. It doesn't have to be exact, but we're going to talk about 10 categories where you likely spend money every month. We're going to talk about that number, right? That's this middle number, right? It's this number here. Then we're going to step
Yes.
back and we're going to tell people, you know what? You can make sacrifices. You can make choices. Like I actually did this myself. I was the first person to go through this, right? So I think this has now changed because Omar went through it, Matt went through it. But the idea is, I think I was like $3,000 is what we spend today. But if we wanted to make choices, sell the house, move to a cheaper part of town, maybe a different state, we could go lower, right? So that's going to be this number, right? We're not going to live in a car. It's never going to be zero for us. And then I went in and said, okay, if we just wanted to flex or Mac Daddy, my goal has always been, and I think I've shared, we'll have 3 condos around the world and we'll just chase the sun, right? That's more expensive, right? So that's what we're going to do, right? Where are we at today? What would be the minimum you would accept? And what would be, wow, this is as big as I could think. All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah. And then the idea, folks, when you go through it is not only the numbers, but I want you to sit with your family. I want you to go through this big cells here. That's where you have fun with it, right? Like here I said, I could buy 2 houses around the world or whatever, type in the cities you want, just make this a family experience. But we won't do that today with
Yeah,
Anna. We'll just go through the numbers. Okay,
sounds
Anna,
good.
what are we spending on mortgages, taxes, insurance, rough numbers? And again, remember, these are monthly numbers. So rough and tough.
Yep. My mortgage, all in taxes, insurance, everything is just under $2,300 now.
Okay, 2,300. All right.
Mhm.
And if you wanted to make a sacrifice, go to a smaller crib or rent somewhere, what would be the minimum for you and your family, you think?
Right now, and I'll just say I have a family of 6,
Yeah,
all different
big number.
ages. So we really need a 5-bedroom house.
Yeah.
The house that I just moved out of, my mortgage payment was $2,000 a month.
Okay.
So that's about what we would have to fit all of our family.
No
Now,
problem.
with that said,
Mhm.
I have sacrificed and lived with, 5 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment before.
Mm,
And if we absolutely had to, we could get a 2-bedroom apartment and just all pile up together for probably $1,000 a month.
there you go. That's what
But
I'm looking for. Like,
yeah,
what would be the minimum? Okay, now you want to flex. You want multiple properties, not Airbnbs. This is just you and your family. Do you have a, wow, we could go there. What's the Uber dream, if you will? What do you think?
what's really interesting, Michael? Before I said I would never pay $500,000 for a house, like never, ever, ever. Like $500,000 would be my max because I just think I could do so much more with that money.
Yeah.
Travel, buy beach houses, all that kind of stuff. And then interest rates got so low, I was like, okay, I can do $500,000 house, right? But my next thing that I've always said, I would never, ever, ever, ever pay $1,000,000 for my own personal residence.
Yeah.
And I would just say a mortgage on double the value house that I have. My house, when I bought it, was like 550 last year
Okay.
for 2 acres, 5,900 square feet. So it's a pretty
Woo.
big house. I really can't imagine myself wanting a bigger house that I have to clean, but I think just because it's always been a stretch, I don't think I could ever pay $1 million for a house, but if I did, it would be double the mortgage payment. So let's say $4,600 a month.
Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to go through with you. So that's awesome. So now we got, now we're going to talk about cars, right? Do you have car payments? If they're paid off, just gas, tax, insurance, right? You have other kids that drive. So this might be, this will be an interesting, where are you at today in the family?
And I hope this isn't too nuanced either, but I tell you what, now my vehicles are business vehicles and they're paid for by the business and the cash flow. So, but I do have one vehicle that I have a car payment on, that I could have paid cash for, but I chose to pay 0% interest. And my monthly payment is $1,500 a month.
All right.
If you add, let's see, insurance, maintenance, gas.
Yeah, just
$2,000 a month.
Perfect. Okay. And then if you were going to, if the sacrifice, the minimum, whatever you want, probably get rid of the car payment, maybe, I don't know.
If I paid off the second vehicle that we have, it would be totally paid for, and I'd have insurance and gas, which is probably $510 a month.
Okay, we'll do 500.
500 a month.
All right. And then, hey, if you wanted to flex, get a car for each of the kids,
I'd probably pay cash and keep my payment at $2,000 a month.
Got it.
But if I had to have car payments, are we talking? I have to have car payments.
Yeah.
I would probably buy something where each payment was no more than $400 a month, and I need 2 more kids, so 800 plus 600. Let's say $1,500 a month with gas for all the kids and everything.
All right. So
plus that's my 2,000.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah. Let's say 3,500 a month.
Why not? This one ought to be good. Food, right? Delivery, eating out, takeout, restaurants, anything you need in the kitchen.
We spend a lot of money on food.
Yeah, we do.
6 people, lots of adults, and I don't cook nearly as much as I should. So we do order in. I spend about $2,000 a month average on food for our family of 6.
Well, you want to know what's real funny? I spend $2,000 a month for a family of 2.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, we don't cook very often.
You know what though? In all honesty, that's what comes out of my checking account every month. But we do pay for our kids like school lunches, and we add that onto it every month. So I probably actually spend about $2,500 a month when you include their school lunches.
Yep. All right. So
yeah,
this is good. Now, if you wanted to, you had to make sacrifices, a lot less eating out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we've done this, and I've put myself on $1,000 a month budget, and we could never hit it. We eat too much. We have big kids. So I'd say $1,100 a month would be like rice and beans and rice, and mama's cooking 3 meals a day.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun, but yeah, that's the minimum, right? This is the whole exercise. Yeah. This is good. All right. Now you just, we're just everything's, lobster and steaks or whatever that is for your family.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I've ever spent more than $3,000 a month. Probably $3,000 a month.
All right.
Eat out twice a day, every day. Maybe make that $4,000.
That's a lot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because when you're feeding 6 of you, one meal is $100.
Oh,
so easy. $200 a day. If I ate out every day, could add up to a lot.
I need to come live where you are, because Olivia and I go eat out. It's at least $80 for the 2 of us. I need to.
Well, we've learned where we can go with cheap kids meals, but as the third one turns 12, it's going to be like 5 adult meals every time we eat. So.
That sounds expensive. All right, now entertainment. Kids, sports and movies and streaming services, concerts. If you go out, movie theaters. Anything that's just kind of entertainment wise. What do you think you spend?
We really don't spend very much on that because most of it's on food, and we'll watch movies together. I think we probably average not, other than eating out. Are we talking the sports that the kids are involved in?
If it costs,
or that maybe that'll go under kids.
That'll go
maybe
under
that'll
kids,
go under kids.
Yeah, that'll go under kids.
Entertainment, we probably spend $200 a month, believe it or not.
That's great. Yeah. All right. And could you go any lower?
Free Netflix, I'd spend 0.
Okay, there we go. And then if you wanted to go bigger, probably not much more.
Maybe $1,000 a month, $250 a week.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Vacations?
Oh, guess what? I get free vacations because we buy beach rentals, lake rentals.
Nice.
But if we do like like if we did one big vacation a year ago, when we went cross country for 3 weeks, we spent $10,000 for the year.
All right.
So,
like
$800 a month, $750 a month. Yeah.
There you go. All right. I'll use round numbers. Everything else is round. We'll say 800. All right. And
Yep.
if you wanted to cut it out, it'd be 0.
We probably still at least eat out and do some staycations. We probably still spend at least $200 a month.
Okay. And then if you wanted to all go jump on airplanes and go see Europe and or Asia, that's a lot of airline tickets.
$3,000 a month.
Yeah, I like it. All right, kids, this ought to be a good number. What do those damn kids cost you?
They cost a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Between soccer fees, gymnastics, just gymnastics is like $350 a month plus all their outfits, and soccer's like $400 a month plus all their outfits. So, and volleyball and basketball. When it's all said and done, I probably spend $600 a month, year round.
Okay.
On the kids.
Got it.
$600.
That's actually less than I expected, but that's okay.
Not too much.
All right. And then could you cut any of that out or?
Oh, wait, that's sports. That doesn't include their toys, their school, their clothes and their extras. This is one of those categories, I'm going to be honest with you guys, just as I talk through this, because thankfully we're blessed with the point of financial freedom, right? I have a small budget for like clothes, and then I know what it is for sports, but a lot of these extras, it just comes out of our cash, and I don't have a monthly budget for it because it varies so much with 4 kids that are growing and all their stuff. So, but I know I easily spend across everything, clothes, toys, schools, extras, parties. We probably spend easily $1,500 a month.
That's where I expected it to be.
Yeah.
All right. Minimum.
Okay. No more sports, hand me down, thrift shop clothes.
Exactly.
Not much extras. We're still probably at least $400 a month.
Perfect. And could they get any more? Could you do more toys and more extras?
Oh yeah. My son wants a $1,200 VR, and then I'll negotiate down. I'll negotiate down to a $400 VR, Mom.
Oh, that's
Show me 3 options, and this is the cheapest one, right? They'd have me spending a lot. Probably what I would even consider probably $2,000 a month.
Okay. All right. Hobbies, membership, supplies, gym memberships for you, crafting, just those things for you and your husband, fishing. I don't know what he does.
Probably $100 a month.
All right. Not bad. And that goes to 0 if you want it, or
could we get, well, I have to have my $14 a month Audible for books, right?
Yeah, of course. That goes there. Yeah.
And
so leave it at 100.
We have a gym membership. So yeah, $100 a month.
All right. Then if you wanted to go a little bigger, do a couple extra things.
Probably easily $300 a month.
All right. I think we're almost done. I think there's 2 left. Oh, no, 3 left. Insurance, like for us, it was health insurance was the big thing, but we have umbrellas and all these other things that we've lumped in here.
We probably spend $500 a month.
Okay. Any of that could be cut out if you had to? 500? Okay.
No.
Could you add more insurance, or is this like done?
Yes. And we're talking about it. Yes, we would probably do $1,000 a month.
Okay. 2 more. Clothes. Don't know if that was already covered. If it is, we can just put zeros.
I covered my kids' clothes in there. I go on little, not monthly, but a couple times a year sprees, and I probably spend, let's say $200 a month on myself.
There you go. Goes to 0.
If I could stop gaining and losing weight and have one size forever.
Yeah, I feel you. I just did that too. I'm like, damn it.
I throw stuff away. I'll never wear that again. And then, so lowest option, for myself and my husband, we're pretty frugal, but things do wear out. So I'd say $100 a month.
Perfect. And if you wanted to go big?
That I would consider. I'm really frugal, Michael. I probably no more than $500 a month.
I like it. All right. The last one's kind of a catch-all because, everybody has their special things. Charity is included here. Just anything we may have missed plus charity.
Include all of that, when we include all of that, let me think. Charity. Are we talking cable, cell phones?
Yeah, all of that extra stuff. Yeah. Try to catch all. Anything you think we haven't missed or think we have missed.
Okay. Let's say $3,000 a month.
Okay. And then if you were going to save, sacrifice, cut stuff out?
Probably at least month.
I'm sorry.
And part of that's charity. Probably $2,000 a month.
All right. I missed that. Okay.
Just for giving to our church and things like that, we feel is a non-negotiable.
Oh, I love that. And if you wanted to go bigger, maybe give more other things.
Oh, I'd love to double my giving. Let's say $6,000 a month.
Oh, okay. All right. Now that we've done this again, folks, if you're doing this, do the numbers, but have fun with the sheets below it. Like for Anna, she would say, like to double my giving, or whatever. You would type it better. But anyways, that's the idea with the bigger things. Make this a family exercise. But this is why we did all of this. Let's go back here to the summary tab and let's see where we're at. Look at that. So again, what we're showing here, again, just rough and tough, is Anna Kelly's family's financial freedom number is $13,100 a month. But she does have options. And again, this is why it's important for most of you. Anna and I have already achieved the freedom, so we can make the extras. But look at this column. Even Anna today, if something changed, she could whack more than 50% of her expenses. It's less than 60.
Yes.
But it's also fun to think about the other side, right? Anna wants to give double to the church, get extra cars for the kids. She even can go bigger, and let's just call it 26 grand. So this is the exercise here. Make it a family experience. This is eye-opening for lots of people. So how did this number feel? Or did we get close to what you think your rough and tough number is for a month?
I think we're pretty close. Yeah. When I look at a monthly, on a monthly basis, a lot of this doesn't come out every month. And so, like the vacation, and the giving, so my monthly nut that I have to bring in is less.
Sure.
But it's important to me to take the vacation and to take and to do the giving. Right. And so, if you just take the, $3,800 a month, we're still at about, 11.5 just to, just with our living expenses. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. So that was fun. Thank you very much for going through that with me. And again, I just wanted other people to realize that this is important. I've done this now. You've done this. Omar's done this. Matt's done this. People need to take this serious, have these conversations, because I don't want you to talk about, I want financial freedom unless you can tell me where you are and then tell me where you could be. Right.
Right.
I think that's an important conversation. Any takeaways for you from this?
I love this, Michael, because I lived on budgeting, or we've talked about, like last week, I think we talked about some principles of success and what do millionaires do. You have to know these numbers. If you had asked me most of these numbers, 15 years ago, I wouldn't be able to answer what they are today. Now I look at my budget. It used to be every 2 days. Where did I spend? Where is my budget? Where did I spend? Where's my budget? As you gain financial freedom, you have more flexibility that you're not worrying, am I going to run out of money in my checking account? Right. And so you can spend a little more, but I very, very carefully every single month look at, here was my budgeted number. How did I do? Did I go way over in something, and do I need to pull back in something else? And I try to really stick to my budget, even though I can spend more. I really try to stick to that budget. And a lot of the reason that I was able to develop financial freedom is because we chose to live below our means in that left-hand column. And that was the key. You have to, if you just live at what your means are, you'll never be able to expand your means. And you'll always need more and want more as your kids grow and as things happen and they get more involved. So getting used to living in that, we had no cable for 12 years, none. I did not get smartphones for probably 4 years before I should have, because we're like, we do not need these things. We want these things. But if I could save myself $3,000 a month, that's a down payment on one really nice property every single year that I was able to save by sacrificing while I worked to expand my means. So this exercise is brilliant. It's super important that people go through it and learn to live below your means while you work to expand your means.
Yeah. And one thing I would love to hear from you, because you and your two oldest kids are a part of this Get Your Money Right course, is it would be fun to twist this for the kids, right? We just did your family numbers and I've done mine, but we know them. But it'd be fun to talk to a high school senior and go, hey, what do you think you can survive on, right? What's kind of middle of the road? What's the minimum, right? House hack, live in a bedroom versus, hey, where you want to be. Because I think if they do that and then they do the exercise below, I think that would be pretty eye-opening.
Oh, 100%. And I did like a real quick and dirty, stick figures on paper to my son. Like, okay, do you want to come out of school? If you went to go work for, an ice cream shop before you went to school, or you came out and you made X number of dollars an hour, $20 an hour, you would need 25, you would have to work 40 hours a week at $20 an hour to net $2,500 a month, just under $2,500 a month. And his living expenses would be exactly $2,500 a month, with enough to take a date once a week somewhere, right? Wow. And that's it. And so it's like for when you can realize $2,500 a month is not that big of a number, but it is to a kid that's making $20 an hour, or even to an adult that's making $20 an hour. Exactly. But if he could just bring in $2,500 a month in rental property, which isn't that hard to do, he could be financially free and totally independent because he has his nut met.
Awesome. Very, very cool. I look forward to topic number 2. We're going to go into this concept a lot in much greater detail. Thank you very much, Anna, for doing that with me.
You're welcome.